Wow, wow, wow. Don Carlo for Brazil. Guys, I'm gonna say what I said before and I'm gonna repeat it again. I don't like this. Okay, when it says I don't, you see, don't assume that, oh, 1 plus 1 should equal 2. That's not how football works. Carlo works with Rodrigo, Militao, and Vini. Rodrigo, Militao, and Vini, and Rodrigo, and also Endrick, the time traveler. They're Brazilian, so therefore he'll know how to use them. If you operate in Real Madrid and club football, it is very different from international football. Now, granted, I do understand in a sense of what are you going to say? So I don't understand in a sense of the way that Carlo coaches, because it's not a micromanager. His managerial style actually suits very well for the international game. So that is where it may work there. But I'm going to get to the whole Real Madrid issue. I think the Brazil's problem is not coaching. It's not. Luis Felipe Scolari is a World Cup winner. Yeah. The same dude who got bent over and 7-1. He's a World Cup winner in 02. And he took Portugal to a Euro final in 04. This is not a managerial issue. This is a personnel issue. This is a player issue. This is the fact that a guy called Joseph Linton wears a Brazilian jersey. This is the fact that the strikers for Brazil are Richarlison and freaking Cunha. That's the issue. That is the problem there. So bringing in a Carlo Ancelotti is not going to drastically change things. Bringing in an Ancelotti is not going to drastically change how Vini operates. Vini's below par performances for Brazil is down to him. It's down to him. So where Real are concerned, this is always going to happen. It was the worst kept secret. I think the moment they lost that game to Arsenal, it was over. And you compound it with them losing the Copa del Rey final, and Barca look like if they're going to win the league. With how much was expected and the kinds of the expectations, especially with Mbappe coming in, to go trophyless is crazy. They can still win the league. Let's be real. Real can still win the league, but you wouldn't put any pesos on them winning the La Liga title this season. I think for Carlo, he's taken them as far as we can. And if you're a Madrid fan you've insulted him, you've abused him, you've called him dementia loss, you've called him and on old folks' home mentions, and he says he needs his freaking Zimmer frame. But once he leaves, this is a guy that has brought several UCLs to this club. This is a guy that led them to La Decima, and he has been pipped. And remember, Zidane walked under him. So Zidane's successes shares the same lineage with what Carlo Ancelotti did. So Ancelotti has his hands and fingerprints on several Champions League titles and La Liga titles for Real Madrid. So you have to give him that. So my thing though is, look, it is what it is. I know Carlo wanted to stay because I know that he's so in love with the club, but this club needs a different manager. It needs a different direction. And maybe Xabi Alonso is the answer, maybe Klopp is the answer, but for the future, Ancelotti is not the answer. So this decision makes sense. Carlo and Brazil, guys, I swear to you right now, Ancelotti ain't going to drastically change Brazil. He might improve things because he's more experienced than some of the guys that Brazil have had. But trust me, Ancelotti is not going to suddenly make Vini a world-class player. No, that's not going to happen. It's down to Vini. Brazil's issue is not a managerial issue. Brazil's issue is the talent is trash. A 5-time World Cup winner, a team that we all love, freaking Joga Benito, for some strange reason, there is a crazy pandemic of, there's a lack of, there is a war on Tesh. There is a war on Tesh in Brazil, and we are losing the war on Tesh with regards to Brazil and bringing our ballers. So for Brazil, it's a talent issue. And Ancelotti is not going to change and suddenly just create talent. The fact that the talent ain't there and this talent cannot be found, I don't know what the issue is, but it is what it is. We are waiting to see. Now, if Carlo leads them to a World Cup next summer, like that vid, hit subscribe, check out those other vids.